Have you ever been sewing together the pieces of your quilt block only to realize that you've switched some colors or got some blocks flipped around? Yeah, that's not fun. And it happens to me all the time. I can't imagine why. Well, Carla Alexander, an instructor at Craftsy, has this genius idea called webbing, which helps you keep all those blocks together so that you can have your block and your piecing potion as well. And I'm going to show you how to do it. When I'm normally sewing the block together, I tend to think of it in rows. So I would sew the first row together and then the second row. Well, you know what happens, right? I get distracted, the blocks get turned around. Well, Carla says what I should do is start with the first 2 blocks and work my way this way, piecing them together in one long chain. So let's do that and see how it turns out. And I'm starting from the top, working my way down so that the seam is always on the right side. Normally when I'm chain piecing, I'm not necessarily worried about leaving a few stitches in between, but I want to go ahead and do it this time because it's going to make it a little bit easier to press or to arrange the blocks. And we can see I had the first 2 pieces of my rows all together, so there's no mixing them up. How nice is that? That was so fun. I'm going to do it again by adding a 3rd piece in each row to that section. So I'm going to grab my whole thing right here. I'm going to use a leader so that I don't forget which is the top. I don't want to get it turned upside down. That wouldn't be fun. I'm going to position my chain and then I can just grab my next one in line. If I weren't such a daredevil, I could pin them together, but I like to live dangerously and do it without, so we'll see how that turns out. So as you can see, my sections are coming together quite nicely, and I'm going to keep repeating for all the columns in this block until I have my rows assembled. So I have all the rows sewn together, and this is what's amazing about this technique. When I pick it up, it's not going to get out of order. I don't have to worry about one row being turned around. I can play with it, I could spin it like a pizza pie, doesn't matter. They're going to stay in the place. Now, if I wanted to, I could take the time, press each row nicely, and then sew the rows together, or I could just go ahead and sew the rows together, which I think that's what I'll do. So pulling them together, I'm not going to trim them apart. I'm just going to fold them over, bring them to the machine, and start sewing. And look at that, not a block out of place. How fun is that? For more piecing tips and tricks, check out the resources below.